This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net, Danger Entertainment Network podcasts. Yeah? Sound like that?
What's happening, Dangerlings? It's your Dungeon Master, Dan Thompson here. I just want to give a few thank yous before we get this show on the road. All of the people who've been messaging us recently, we've had a flood of emails and messages through all the different social medias lately. People like Russell, who left us an amazing 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, everyone else who's been doing that. You know how much that helps our show. It helps people find our show. People like Gary from New York, who emailed us to let us know that he got the Goblins episode a week and a half ago, and since then has listened to every single episode of the Danger Club podcast. Gary, you are a machine. Well done, sir. And people like Levi as well. Levi sent us an amazing message to let us know they've been in hospital and have been listening to the Danger Club, and it's just been keeping them laughing and keeping them smiling during that time. I remember when I was ill a couple of years ago and I was laid up for a while, and I listened to a lot of podcasts and a lot of music to really get me through that time, and I know how much those podcasts meant to me. So if you're considering our show in that same category of stuff that keeps you going, picks you up when you don't feel like it, that's a tremendous honor. So thank you for saying that, and we promise that we're going to keep having stupid, ridiculous adventures, and hopefully they keep you smiling. So Levi, from me,
from Fulton,
from Velda,
from Caragor One Fang, who's never lost fight to man, beast, nor skeleton. Did lose a fight to a lady one time, but she was dead, so it don't count. Kia Kara Bonhara, Shaka Bonhaka. Thank you, Levi, and keep up with your art. I especially love the one with the fangs.
I'm from MZ, son of Bemz and Gemz, Skulk Slayer, Decapitator of Dragons, Spine Severer, some other titles.
And Shania.
This one's for you. Enjoy the show.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Velda, it's all a leap of faith.
Caragor, listen, I'm coming.
Get on the rope.
I want to cast colour spray.
How have you been then, little bird?
Where's my sister?
Remember who your friends are.
I serve the great living god.
Where is she?
When Kaer Maga finds out what you've done here, it'll never be safe for you to walk the streets again.
We need to get out of here.
The adventure continues now.
Everyone sounds so good today.
Yeah, we do.
Ah, yeah. So
because I set it up.
Oh, Dan, I've got a present for you.
You got a present?
Yeah, can we pass this down to Dan? I worked at McLaren the other day. And they were giving these away to a very select few people.
You are kidding
And
me.
so I grabbed one for you.
It's a McLaren.
Open it up. I mean, you've probably already got one, but you haven't got this one. This is amazing.
This is incredibly exciting.
Yeah, right?
It's terrible radio, but it's great. But I'm doing it anyway because, my goodness, this is exciting.
Not a present for you.
It is a McLaren coffee cup.
Now, just put that on the desk.
Yeah.
It sticks.
What?
And then you kind of slide it and it comes off. It's like McLaren innovation. It's amazing.
You got me a sticky cup.
Yeah, bro.
Formula One cup. This is. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, this is my life. Is watching Formula One and watching my friends getting exciting jobs to do with Formula One.
Yeah, right.
Drummond was in Monaco recently. You were at McLaren. I have another buddy who films it. Our buddy Jerry was dressed as Jensen Button a little while ago. It happens a lot.
If it helps, Dan, the stuff that happened over there, we will never speak of. It was horrendous.
Yeah, I heard.
It was so horrendous.
Yeah.
People left. They went home. The morale was low, and we saw no racing.
Oh,
really?
No.
Nothing at all. All we saw were rich people wandering around spending €50 on drinks. Each drink, like a shot, was €50.
Sounds
sanity.
You did see racing. You watched two of the races. You saw two of the performers race back on a plane straight back to London.
Did see that? Yeah, that race. We saw that race. The race to get home.
Yeah.
Big up Monte Carlo, by all accounts. an awful place. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey!
A little bit of a sporty one. Colin, thank you so much.
That's all right.
I will treasure that gift.
Episode 58.
He's already thrown it away.
58. We've got some exciting stuff. You have pulled off a heist.
Oh, yeah.
It is exciting. You've successfully acquired some various things, helped Big Mike to accomplish her quest. Let's give another shout out to April Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Big
yes.
up.
She's not with us this weekend. This week, she might be. Who knows? After that, her last appearance, she could be hiding anywhere, ready to be brought back out mid-episode. That's how we're doing guests from now on. We're just going to stealth drop them in out of nowhere.
She is, spoiler alert, I can tell you she is in fact on an actual adventure.
She really is, isn't she?
She really is.
Yeah.
She's on an adventure with a boyfriend on an island, a tropical island somewhere, like doing kung fu. They're doing some kickboxing, cage fighting, like school for a month. Like, it's mad. It's mad. She could beat all of us up so easily.
She's the only one that genuinely lives the danger life. Yeah. It's true.
So now you've pulled this off, but you've got yourself some other problems now, haven't you? You've some people in Kaer Maga are not going to be happy about what went down in that tower. How are we feeling about our chances?
I think we should just get out of Dodge. To be honest, as quick as we can.
Yeah, we just got to go.
What's the plan now? What's the thinking?
Get weapons,
run away.
Get weapons, get out of here.
Yeah.
What about our friends that we left with the dwarves?
Yeah, I know. Iker and Travis,
What do
that's
we
a bit
do?
of a heavy one, isn't it? To leave them there, but
Can't they just get a boat and
I mean,
go back to
Just go back to the carnival.
Jeez.
Actually go and join the circus.
Yeah.
Just
they
literally
were
join the circus.
Is that what we're going to do? We're going to go and go. Just go, guys. Can you just go? You're a weight around our necks at this point. You can just leave.
But I think, to be honest, I think we're way around their necks. I mean, we are seriously wanted now by everybody.
In it, we just need to go.
Don't get anywhere near us.
We're a way around. In fact, we shouldn't go and see them.
well, mind you, we did say to the
more
Gearwright,
dangerous.
we said to the Gearwright brothers, we said, keep them here until we get back. And so we could come back in like 10 years. We waited for you.
all for that. Just keep them somewhere safe and out the way and non-contestable, and then we'll just go pick them up. We're like the shop in Pokemon, where you could just leave your Pokemon for a while and it would level up by itself and wouldn't get attacked by anything.
Yeah, it's so sick.
I've got a plan.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Do you want me to do that thing where I talk about it first and then we can rip it apart? Or do you want me to do that thing where I reveal it slowly, dramatically, in character, in the actual episode, so we can, in character, rip it apart then?
That's a tough choice. That is a tough choice.
It is a tough choice, but maybe in character ripping apart would be more fun.
Either
listeners.
Okay. Either way, I'm pretty sure any plan that I come up with just generally get ripped apart. It's generally what happens.
So we literally just we're in some water now, aren't we? I mean, we're literally in deep water.
We're literally in water. Yeah.
Metaphorically and literally in deep water.
Oh, nice.
Did you see what I did there?
I did. That was really good.
I've been thinking about that for weeks.
Yeah, I can tell. Your eyes, his eyes are lit up, Dangerlings. His eyes are gleaming.
I'm like, yes, I can leave now. See you later.
So how about we jump into this water and we find out what is going on with this.
Splash.
Before we do that, Ross, Fulton Battlestone, I have here in my hand a fumble card that says all or nothing. You take a -1 penalty on attack rolls until you score a critical hit, which I am going to throw away.
Yay!
First adventure where you
Come
do
on
not
with
have
James's
that
room now.
that fumble card.
Yes. For the listeners, he actually did throw it away. I have no idea where that's gone. It's disappeared.
It's in my laundry, so it's never coming back.
That's gone forever now.
It's in his pants.
Yeah.
But not now. It's
That's right. Let's have an adventure.
Yay!
Woo.
MZ.
Yeah.
M to the Zizzle.
M to the ZZ.
Emilio Zestevez. Wow. So, you open your eyes.
Uh-huh.
The first thing that you become aware of is that you are lying on the ground. You're lying on bare earth, and it is very cold around you. There's a tremendous ringing in your ears, and you can hear a faint rumble of thunder somewhere far, far away. As you open your eyes and look up, you see that there are fires dotted around on the earth nearby, and yet the earth underneath you is ice cold. which is what's cooler than being cool. Looking up, you can see the sky is thick with grey clouds, and as you stare around, you see the bodies of half a dozen people strewn around the ground around you. Over each one stands a figure identical to the body that's lying beneath it. However, they're comprised of mist. And as you look at the mist, you can see that the mist is starting to drift away slightly. As you look around, you realise that you're standing in a crater many feet across, and as are the other bodies dotted around there. You're about to call out to them when something occurs to you, and you look down. Your own broken body lies at your feet. It's blooded and burned. Eyes are open, staring out into space. As you look around, you realise that you're at the very centre of the crater, but you can't work out why. A voice somewhere calls out your name. It's familiar, but you can't remember who it is. Looking around, you see the other figures have begun walking towards a glowing circle at the edge of the crater. One of them calls out to you. You find yourself taking a step forward. As you get closer, you look up and you see that it's not a circle, but in fact it's a doorway. On the other side, you can see a line of people stretching away as far as you can see into the distance. They all look peaceful and content. As you walk towards it, some of them turn towards you and smile. The other figures in the crater pass through the doorway, and as you do, you see the injuries on their bodies begin to fade away from them. Seeing that, it draws your mind to your own injuries. You start to feel terrible burning. You feel the pain of your broken bones. You push on towards the circle, knowing that it'll heal you when you get close to it. You surge forward, and as you get close, they reach out their hands to you to try and pull you through. You're inches from it, when suddenly something grabs you. You're pulled back away from the circle. As you look up, you see a huge hand holding you. Standing before you is a creature over 10 feet tall, clad in rags. Legs made of tree roots snake up out of the earth itself, and long arms ending in thorn-like fingers hang down by the side, one of which is holding you by the chest. At the top of its torso, a stag's skull is looking down at you, antlers spread wide. It begins to drag you away from the door as you punch and kick at it with all of your fury, trying to get free. As it reaches your body, a voice seems to come from within your own bones.
MC, son of Bemsi, you desire rest, but that is not your prerogative. We are not done with you.
As you hear this, the creature shoves you back into your body with so much force that you crash through the earth itself. A cold envelops you, and suddenly there's a shock of water as you feel yourself splash into something cold all around you. You see the light above you and thrash through the water to try and get to it, and a moment later break the surface of the water. You're in Kaer Maga, in a lake at the center of Kaer Maga. The thing you've just experienced feels like it was long ago, or maybe it's in the future. You can't quite tell. As your senses begin to come back to you, you become aware of your companions splashing in the water around you as they hit the water as well. I would like everybody to make a swim check, please.
Thought that was coming.
Is that MC's past? Was it his future?
Oh.
And what was his swim check like?
I mean, I don't want to spoil the moment, but it's going to really suck if you just drown now.
Yeah. That'll be the next DMQs. What was that all about with MZ?
Don't worry about it. All right, what do we got? Caragor.
8.
Velda.
16.
A 16. MZ.
7.
A 7. Fulton.
13.
A 13.
6.
Not great rolls.
Not great.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the DC for that was 10. So those of you who got over 10, which is Velda, you wouldn't think the most athletic person, but after his jumping, maybe.
I'm actually pretty good at athletics.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah. And the fully armoured Fulton Battlestone holding a 7 head. Two of you managed to get up out of the water. and you looking around, you can see Caragor, M, and Shania flailing around and about to disappear below the waters.
I'm holding the head. That's probably why.
Oh, you have the head, do you? that'd be why then.
And I'm M's shocked by the vision he just had while falling through the air.
And Shania is holding a scythe.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Doesn't help at all.
So, can
just swim to the shore and start a new party?
Yeah. Can I make another swim check?
Let's let them decide what they want to do with their round. You have a round now, effectively, where you are swimming. You are about to. The other three of you are about to dip under the water. We'll see what the other two want to do.
I'm going to attach. I'm going to get to the shore.
Okay.
How far away is the shore from where I saw the other guys splash?
Everyone's splashed around you. They're really close to you.
Okay.
So the shore is going to be a sort of a couple of minutes of swimming to get to the shore.
I'm going to go to the shore.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my rope and also an iron pot. I'm going to attach the rope to the iron pot, throw it to where I last saw one of them.
Right.
So that they can grab on
an iron pot.
Yeah. I'm strong, mate, yeah?
I mean, but if that person grabs onto the iron pot, they're going straight to the bottom.
No, because I'm going to pull when I feel you tug. I'm going to pull it back.
Oh my goodness.
You watch.
All right, this is Fulton's plan. Fulton begins swimming to the shore. Velda, what would you like to do?
Who's near me?
So you have got any of the three of them are quite close to you. They're all sort of within a couple of splashes you can grab.
I guess I'll grab Shania.
Wow.
Help her up.
Wow.
Nah, it's fair. I would have grabbed Shania
It just
as well.
comes to that, that story. The riddle that you always say. Oh, if there were three people on a boat, like who would you save? And now we know, man. Now we know.
Yeah, you do.
The choice has been
Ladies
made.
first.
All right, so
ladies first.
Em remembers this. No, I'm joking. Carry on. Sorry.
You grab Shania and you begin swimming for the shore. Shania, you are hauled up above the water by Velda and dragged away.
Thank you. Heroic stranger. Oh, it's you.
If you could start swimming now, please.
It's you. Saved our life. Thank you to anybody who it could be. Oh, it's Velda. Oh, hi, Velda.
Fuck you.
Right.
Just let me drown. All right, MZ and Caragor, I'm going to need another swim check from the two of you.
I
Oh my god.
Em's really shaken.
You know, you've doomed him with that little story there.
This green dice was amazing up until today.
Can I, instead of making a swim check, can I take another action?
Yes, if you like.
If I drank a potion, could I?
If you drank a potion before you sink under the waves, yes, you can drink a potion. Yeah, you will sink if you don't swim successfully.
Indeed, but on my next turn, the thing is, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it now. The idea is that I'm going to drink in large person, right? Therefore, making my lungs much bigger than they were, and therefore able to withstand a couple more rounds.
Okay.
Also, stronger, therefore my swim check should be better next turn. Well, how's that? Would you reckon that would work?
Yeah, you would get, I believe you would get a +4 to your swim check, because you would be stronger.
Also, I'll be able to get myself and Beaumont's M as well.
Okay, so you...
would it be a move action to go towards M?
You would, but you have to make the successful swim check to swim towards him.
Okay, so
to do anything.
I chug the potion as my standard action, and then I will move, which I will now make my swim check for.
Okay.
A Dangerling's my roll was a natural 1, by the way. Just so.
Shit. Caragor drinks his potion and gets Caramore under the waves, all big and stuff. That's a total of 23 to the swim check.
23. So
I'm like Godzilla coming out the fucking waves.
M disappears under the waves. Caragor drinks a potion and then disappears, and the last thing we see is his hand disappearing, growing bigger as it does. Fulton, you reach the shore and get your backpack out and start unpacking things from it and start tying a knot onto a pot. A fisherman who is sitting by the shore with a pipe in his mouth sort of turns and looks at you confused. A couple of moments later, a wizard dragging a drow starts swimming to the shore. And a couple of moments after that, the water is broken by an enormous half-orc, twice the size of a man, striding out of the water, holding MZ's body in his hands. I want to point out that all of you are also currently dressed in Under the Sea themed party gear.
I know.
Yes!
So sick.
Yes, so literally the attack of a massive underwater, like the thing from the lagoon, the thing from the Black Lagoon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Caragor leans back his head and goes, lets out a little laser blast.
The pipe just drops from the fisherman's mouth as he stands and watches you all wade up the beach and sort of collapse onto the grass by the side of the lake. It is quite late at night because you went to the party in the evening and escaped sort of in the evening. So it is getting into nighttime now. So to give you an idea, the streets are not crazy busy. This part of Kaer Maga, where the lake is, the very centre, is where I believe you've been there once. It's where Down Market is. So it's where the slave markets and things like that normally are. However, they are closed at the moment because it is evening time. So there aren't many people about right now. And you all kind of collapse onto the grass together. What would you like to do?
Thank goodness for the darkness. Sometimes she is our friend, no?
Thank you, Caragor. I don't know what come over me there.
I've got you, Caramore.
Yeah, Caramore. Sorry, yeah, I know you like to be called that when you were big. Yeah,
yeah, I am big.
Yeah, big man.
Should we attack Tokyo? No. Kaer Maga.
What's happened to your voice?
I am bigger now, so my vocal cords have gotten proportionately larger. This will affect the air traveling down my
ethnicity
throat.
Also, this affects your accent, yeah?
Yes. I have thought the science of this through. Brain is also bigger.
You had a different accent, though.
What?
You sound a bit different. Like your accent sounds.
I am in my second form now.
Just out of interest, are we going with the Marvel view that if you get bigger, your clothes get bigger?
Yeah.
Otherwise, this whole site is somewhat offset by you being stark bollock naked.
Yeah. All your stuff was like spandex, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I think they generally say that magically your stuff gets bigger.
According to the rules, James, all equipment worn or carried by a creature is similarly enlarged by the spell.
Oh, isn't that fortunate?
Nice.
It's almost like they thought that.
It's almost like I knew that before I took the spell, James. So,
that's not the first time we used it now, is it, Scott? So I knew that as well.
You read the spells?
Excuse me.
I know, yeah, I read the spells.
Good, yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Fisherman.
What? Am I drunk?
Aye.
Probably.
I don't know. Do you drink?
Yes.
Sometimes. I didn't think I drank this much.
Well, why is it the best time to fish now?
Apparently. He sort of gestures to the legion of fish people that have just come out. Did you see any trout down there?
No. Have you ever tried pot fishing?
What's pot fishing?
Well, you attach a pot to a rope and you throw it in, and then you try and catch fish.
Catch a lot of fish doing that, do you?
Aye.
He's lying. I wish to not continue this bullshit conversation.
Surely it's just going to get filled with pebbles and things off the bottom.
No, because sometimes if you put bait in it, little crabs will walk in and they go, ooh, and then you pull it up when you feel...
no, that's a basket.
No, it's crab potting. Pot crabbing.
The fisherman has picked up his stuff and is just edging away from you all along the shore.
So whereabouts...
I say, fisherman, where are we?
Yeah.
You're in Down Market. And you're in Kaer Maga.
Oh, I know that. Tit.
Why you just appeared out of the sea? I didn't I thought you might be an ancient beast slumbering for eternity.
I mean, we have not gone this far. Like, look, there's the stacks right over there. Okay,
yeah,
like,
we should probably get going.
We know where the fuck we are.
See you later.
Right?
Yeah, thanks, fisherman.
We are a collection of ancient beasts.
Oh, your voice is changed.
It's the same. We have a selection of ancient beasts come from the sea.
Aye.
To just leave.
Give us all your money.
No, we've not come for that.
What?
No, just go. Just live alone.
This was a lake, not the sea.
Make a bluff check.
Wait, who? Me.
Oh, you. You are the one telling him that you are sea creatures.
Oh, it's good. 10.
Oh!
I studied the target for an extra 3. 13.
You eye him suspiciously and then tell him
I am the sea you.
He looks around all of you and then drops his fishing rod on the ground and shouts, "Please spare our city!" and runs away off into the night.
Well, that's that done.
Well done, everyone.
So can we make our way... Are we going to make our way back to...
we need to go to Christoph to get our weapons for starters.
Yeah. Christoph for the weapons. Maybe very briefly send a message or stop in with Ica and Travis to tell them to get out of town.
If we can.
And then we should go.
Yeah, should we
I think
take
we should
off
message them rather than go and see them.
Well, a message is a fairly limited range.
Yeah, well, I mean, we
can hover around outside and send them a quick message to say, go.
Yeah.
We'll find you
we'll do
10 years.
Pretend you don't know us.
All good. Dan, how visible are we right now?
I mean, you're you're dressed as under the sea creatures. You are sort of 15 feet tall. Well, you're shrinking back down to normal size.
Yeah, no, it lasted for a minute. So that's that.
You are carrying the severed head of a fat tiefling.
No, I know what we've got on us. I mean, how many people are around? What buildings
there are people
around?
about.
Don't really know anything about Danmarket. So.
Kaer Maga is never completely quiet. There are always people about on the streets, so yeah, you will be seen unless you want to use sort of stealth to try and move completely undetected.
Well, let's take our costumes off, because obviously they'll probably be looking for people in these costumes.
But Genevieve will be naked.
No, we've got our stuff off underneath.
I had my stuff on underneath.
Now, I think that Velda actually is pretty much just wearing his own clothes with a vaguely sort of fishy sense to it, because he bought a new robe.
Going back to when we put the costumes over, like a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about that actually. We were talking about how we all our armour and stuff was underneath and we put costumes on the top, so we did say that.
But it is Shania's right to be naked under her costume if she wishes.
Do you?
I did not have any armour. I was just in my costume. I left my shrouds. So there's my weapons. I'm just dressed like a
Is there anything around us? Anything we can
make a perception check?
Cool. It's 21.
A 21. You find a washing line hanging up outside somebody's home with some clothes hanging up on it. It looks to be the home of a chef. It is his work clothes, including the hat.
Fantastic. I dress like a chef. I put all the chef stuff on.
Amazing.
And pick up the pot and pretend to be chefing when we walk along.
Chefing?
Yeah, chefing.
We ditched
making food. It's called chefing.
We ditch all the undersea stuff in the lake.
Cool.
Yeah, Caragor's got his armour underneath the costume, which was sort of the original plan. So he just takes that off.
That's fine. The rest of you just take off all the extra bits you have. Velda, you take off the few seashells that you had attached to your costume. I feel if there was anyone who would have kind of just kind of phoned in the costume, it would have been having bought your really nice robe. And
just bought a nice robe.
A couple of little shells.
Maybe one of those sort of like necklaces of plastic shells or something like that. That's about the effort.
Carragher, you should probably put that head in the handy haversack.
Aye, I'll do that.
Well, can we put in something else in the handy haversack?
Why?
I mean, I've got to use that every day, and that's pretty mank.
We don't want to carry around a head, Velda.
No, I know that.
You gotta put it away.
Just put it in a fucking sack or something, and then we can put it in a handy haversack.
Do you have a sack?
Velda, you are the half elf. We're putting it in the bloody handy haversack, and that's that. Right.
Hang on.
I get the group to a sort of corner, an unwatched corner behind a building or something like that, because we're still visible. We're still out in the open.
Okay, you make your way into a sort of side street. Away from the main road.
Whilst we're there, I'd like to get out my disguise kit and make disguise actions on these guys to make them look even less like they originally were.
All right, go ahead and make a disguise check.
Amazing.
Do you have to do a roll for every single person?
Nah, just one for everybody.
I get a little bonus to that as well because I got a thing. So it's 17 total.
17 total. Okay, that's not a bad disguise. So you bust out some disguises for everybody. And you manage to make them look a little bit. What are you going? What's the general theme you want to go with disguise-wise?
So it would be inconspicuous, but also bland. So things that people don't really want to hang out with, but also are commonplace all over the place. So sort of like chuggers. There's some of us that are like sort of, chuggers, and then there's some of us that are like finance workers.
Yeah, like businessmen, like city blokes, yeah.
A couple of us are businessmen.
I mean, I'm going to be a chef because you're dressed as a chef.
Are you? Is that?
I'm going to use my chameleon scales as well.
Oh my goodness!
Wow,
it's a spell I have. I haven't used it yet, but it's a spell I have. For half an hour, I can change the color of my skin.
Oh, useful.
So I'll make myself look human.
Okay. I was just going to say, cool. I couldn't change your drowness.
Yeah, so
that'd be great.
I'll make myself look human for half an hour.
All right.
Also,
human chef.
Now finished you collection of chuggers and finances and this chef. They'll be looking for. I know we lost Mike already. So they were looking for.
Oh yeah,
I don't know where Mike went. I don't know where Mike went.
There is no sign of Mike. Yeah, you didn't. You haven't seen her since you all hit the water together, but she never reappeared above the surface.
We've lost Mike. So
Mike, if you're invisible, show yourself. No, she's not here.
No, I did not get slapped in the face.
Yes, I was going to say.
So I'd say no.
Yeah.
So they were looking for 6 of us. There's now only 5. I do hate to say it, but we'd be even more inconspicuous if we'd split up further. One group could go get the weapons, one group could go check in with Travis and Ica.
Hey.
Well, I quite like the message idea with Travis and Ica. I could get nearby and just send them a message. We didn't have to actually meet.
Oh yeah, I guess you could go where we left them last with the dwarves.
Oh. Whilst Velda's saying this, he's handing out any weapons that were left in the handy haversack that people put there.
Yep, so you find that, you realise you've also got all the papers and things that you grabbed from the
I literally swept the entire table into the handy haversack.
You haven't looked at any of those yet. It's lots of paper, but it's all you can tell right now.
Lovely paper.
Let me suggest, 2 of us go down, or one of us, 2 of us with Velda, and then the others go and get the weapons.
Yeah, may I go and get the weapons so I can also get my clothes?
Yeah, you go.
Cool.
One last thing. If there's going to be a high amount of guards and private security looking for us across the city, if they're going to be combing the city, we've disguised ourselves pretty well, but if they are looking for us, a distraction would be useful. Now, not that I care that much, but maybe I should care that much. Fulton.
Hey?
Do you want to start a riot?
Oh, I don't know if I could go back to that point.
You had the people on the cusp of your meaty palm, Fulton.
I did, but Fulton looks down like remembering the failed revolution that he started. Do you think I could do it this time?
Yeah. No. It would be a great cover. If we needed to get into the city, inconspicuously get around, and then get out of the city, a great cover would be the guards are too busy because they're dealing with lots of rabid homeless people.
All right. Let's do this.
But wait. You can't announce yourself as Fulton Battlestone. You're gonna have to have a private meeting, and then send them out.
All right.
Yes, and also, wasn't your last plan entirely revolved around giving out money?
Hey.
Have you got any money?
I've got 40 gold pieces.
That'll start a riot. That's enough.
Okay.
Good luck, Fulton.
All right. See you later. Fulton walks off towards the last place he saw.
So you get back to the high side step.
Oh, hang on, Fulton, before he runs off.
What?
We need a place to meet. We need a meeting point.
Hey.
Yeah.
We need to reconvene in 30 minutes. That's it.
30 minutes?
30 minutes? We can do this in 30 minutes.
Start a revolution. Yeah. Let's just take us to start a revolution.
All right. 45.
It will take you 30 minutes to get to either the Highside Stacks, where Christoph's shop is, and where all of Fulton's. I don't want to call them Fulton's beggars, but where all of the people that Fulton recruited last time live. And it will take about the same time to get back to the Biss district, which is where the Gearwright brothers live.
That's what I meant.
So it'll take you 30 minutes to get there, and then.
Okay, so then we need to find another place after that to meet.
Yeah, outside the city. I'm gonna because if
it needs to be a place that we all know.
If I'm creating this distraction, I'm not gonna know that you guys are gonna. Well, unless you want me to do it, then bugger off or what?
You're right. Focus on doing it, and then head to a city gate, and then we'll meet you outside of said city gate or at it.
We want to go to the main city gate.
Unless you know of any other sneaky thieves guild's way of getting out of the city. We haven't got any other contacts. We had the Church of Pharasma, but we pissed them off.
Dan, in our research, when we went to it wasn't the library, but it was the place of stuff. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it's called. Did we Velda might know a little bit more about this. Did we find a place in the city that might be a little bit less conspicuous that we can leave from? Or can we make a check?
Can I make a knowledge local?
Go ahead and make a knowledge local. See if you picked up anything.
Ooh,
good.
Yeah. That would be 25.
Good time to roll well.
Yeah, man.
All right. You picked up when you were doing your research about the Undercity. You found out that not all of the underground bits of the city are sort of horrible death corridors connected to the Underdark, to the Darklands. And they're not all connected to the Half-Light Path. There are the tunnels just as they go through the walls. Some of them go beneath the city itself. And it's known that there is you found reports of a suspected smuggling route beneath the Biss district that goes through. There's a rubbish yard, like a junk yard, where all of the refuse from the golem manufacturing ends up. It is suspected that is used for smuggling. You read that in some of the reports while you were there, but you don't know for sure. But you have a vague idea of where it is. You'd need to ask somebody who might have first-hand knowledge to really know where the entrance is.
So we've got this. Maybe
that's good knowledge. Bloody hell!
Yeah,
you sat on that for a while.
Well, we didn't need it. I'm reading books.
So should we meet at this junkyard?
Well, yes. Whoever's going to Christoph, asks him if he knows where this entrance is, because he might know. I know it's in the junkyard somewhere, but it could be huge, this junkyard.
Okay, I will try to get more accurate directions to go to the escape route.
Who's going where? I presume MZ, Caragor and Shania are going together?
Do we all know how... Sorry, I think out of character. Do we all know how to get to the junkyard? Did you say that?
No, you don't know.
We're going to try and get more directions from Christoph when we get there.
Okay, so you're going to ask...
We know that there's something there. We're going to ask him about it when we get there.
Ask Christoph directions to the junkyard to get us out of town. And the people who aren't going to Christoph are going where else? Iker and Travis with the Gearite brothers. They also might know.
Now, can we... If we were all going to... Say, we were all going to Christoph's, would we pass the Gearites?
No, they're in different directions.
They're in different directions, aren't they? Just making sure.
The Gearite brothers live in the Biss district, so they live close to where this entrance is, wherever that is.
Wherever that entrance is. Could we... I know we're talking about splitting up, but isn't it wiser just to go to get Christoph, speak to him about what's going on, and then pass by, send a message, and because we're on our way to the junkyard anyway. And then we find out as a team as well whether we should be doing this. Do you see what I mean?
You don't want to split the party, do you?
I think it's a little bit dangerous at the moment because we don't actually have a plan of where to go.
Well, we're going to the junkyard. I know.
No,
why.
but if we go to Christoph first and find out that the junkyard isn't a way out, I mean, it probably is. But if it isn't, if he doesn't know, then that's a little bit.
There's no way of communicating that to the other.
Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So it might be wise to just at the moment stay together.
The junkyard.
The more time we spend as a group, though, as a 5 together, because it'll double our time if we do it together, we risk capture twice as much.
Normally, I'm not for splitting the party, but I think in this case, I'm actually with the split the party option, just to get it done.
I totally get it.
We'll meet at the junkyard and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, no matter what happens, we can meet at the junkyard.
Fair enough. Actually,
and then we can ascertain if there's a good one there.
Because there should be somebody who works there at least, or someone we can talk to there if Christoph doesn't know, or if stuff like that.
And Velda, will you, on your way to the junkyard, whatever happens, are you going to message Iker and Travis as you pass by?
That's the sole purpose of us going there, yes.
Fantastic. Just making sure.
Where are you going?
Well,
we haven't sorted out who's going with who yet.
So, which is what I was getting to now. It's decided. We will all meet at the junkyard. Fulton, you're going to have to start a revolution. Do it. You're going to have to expose yourself a little bit, but don't do it too much. Try and avoid your name if possible to anybody who might hear you authority-wise. All right.
Okay.
That leaves 4 of us. I will go to... Let's see. I'll go get Travis and Iker. Who's going to...
you go with Velda. I'll go with Shania to get the weapons.
I mean, we're not
with Christoph.
getting Travis and Iker.
We're not.
No,
we're just passing by.
I think we should send them a message to say, get out of the city and go home, or because they can't come with us. We're possibly the most wanted men in this part of the world now.
Do they even have the gold to get back to Ilsurian?
Yes. Didn't Travis have enough gold to get back the first time?
Velda's right. I think Velda just wants to send a message as he passes by. On the way
Yes,
to the
because
junkyard.
otherwise, if we meet them and somebody sees them meeting with us, they're doomed.
Yeah.
Unless they do come with us, but even then, they're probably doomed. I mean, we're probably doomed. We're probably doomed.
Right, fine. Okay, fine. We'll compromise. I'd rather have seen them face to face, but fine. We'll compromise on that. But I'm going to wait around for an extra few seconds with you till you hear a reply back.
I tell you what, why don't you just say what you want to say and I'll just pass it on?
It's all right. I'm sure you'll be fine. I just make sure they're okay, and they can. Because if they come back to you straight away and say, we haven't got any gold, or whatever,
Well, we'll have to think on our feet then.
Aye.
We
All right,
could
cool.
just leave some gold hidden for them or something. I don't know.
Velda, you and me, we're off to the Gearite brothers' house. That means
Shania?
you two.
Yeah.
You and I, let's go get the weapons.
Get the weapons, yeah?
Let's go.
We meet at the junkyard. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay, good.
Max. It should be less than that, but max.
Should be less, yeah. Definitely. Maybe like an hour and a half, but 2 hours max. If it's longer than 2 hours, we know something has gone wrong, yeah?
Yeah. And
okay.
Good luck, everyone.
Hey, wait a minute. I might just not be able to see him, but didn't Fulton already go off? How's he going to know?
No, Volta, I called him back. Em called him back.
He was
Did
legit.
you?
Okay. Out of character, I thought you just said you ran off.
He tried to say, he said, Fulton, wait.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'm still here.
It's right there.
Sorry, Fulton, you're right there.
Go ahead and give us some perception checks before you go.
Ooh. Actually, it's quite a lot. 21 for Velda.
I haven't rolled above 12 this game so far.
Saving it.
Very good. A 21.
14.
14.
Natural 1.
A natural 1.
25. 25.
It was 19 for Velda, sorry.
19.
12.
And a 12. Okay, so Velda and Em, you spot, as you're all about to walk out of the side street, you realise that there is now a group of men standing around on the river, on the side of the lake, where you all came up out of the water. They are armed and wearing armour. They have spears. They're standing looking around. One of them is crouched at the ground, prodding at the ground about where you around where you came up out of the water, and then turns and talks to the others. They fan out and begin looking around the area. Spears held at the ready.
Time to go.
Also, take different names. All right.
Yeah.
Godspeed, Danger Club.
Good
Hands
luck.
up.
Hands in. Danger Club.
We will put
Fulton
our
puts
hands
his,
in.
yeah, Fulton puts his hand in.
Put your hands
Hand
in and then break and slip away into the city streets.
Can we use a bit of stealth as we're doing
Go ahead,
this?
make some stealth checks, and just don't screw up.
What time of day is it?
So it's the evening. It's nighttime.
I got 20 on my stealth.
Just when it counts. 20 from Velda.
I don't know if it's worth me doing it.
Nah.
Okay.
It's going to hurt you if you get a bad roll.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on -6 to my stealth. So,
just
I'm just going to go. Fulton's not going to use stealth.
And M got 14.
14.
So
Okay.
not a bad.
23.
23. Okay. All right. So you all slip apart and spread out. So we've got Fulton is heading for the Highside Stacks, along with Shania and who else is going to the to Christoph's?
M, yeah.
Okay, so you three are heading for the Stacks, Fulton, to split off when you get there, or do you want to go completely separately so as to not draw attention?
I'll go separately.
Okay, you go. You just sort of walk out of the alleyway and start walking off down the street. The two of Shania and M, you make your way down a side street. The guards approach the alleyway that you were all standing in. One of them steps round, spear in hand, and there's just nobody there. Caragor and Velda are ghosts. They've just vanished into the night. So you make your way on your different journeys. We will start with M and Shania. So you arrive in the Highside Stacks district. It's the slums. You can see the Dirty Toad. You can see there's actually quite a few people out and about on the streets in here. Mostly because there are anyway in the slums, because people just sort of live whenever. There's no daylight here, so it doesn't make much difference. But there are also a fair few guards you can see who are going around there. You see some coming out of the Dirty Toad as you make your way past it. They're wearing similar uniforms to the ones that you've seen around Uncle Gooden's, although not under the sea themed like some of the guards were at the party. They were in on the theme as well. But yes, there is definitely a presence on the streets here, which makes moving around tricky. As you make your way through, you see some of the guards kind of look across at you as you're walking down the street, but they don't approach you. They're in the process of banging on a door. One of them kind of looks over and sees you, and then the person opens the door, and they turn to just talk to them. You make your way to the back streets where the curiosity shop of Christoph Wren is sitting. The lights are out and the door is closed.
We should knock on the door, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
You bang on the door. There is no reply.
Christoph, I try the door.
The door is locked.
Is there another way in? Do we know if there's because we have the back room?
There is a back door.
Can I have a perception, see if there's anyone looking, go around another...
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check to see.
Yeah, it's good. It's like 29.
A 29. You don't... you look across the road and you see a curtain twitch on one of the in one of the houses across the road. But you don't see anything else from it. And you hear movement inside the house. You have a feeling that there is at least one person inside the curiosity shop.
Okay, Shania.
Yeah.
There's definitely someone inside.
Yeah, this is for
I did
certain.
see a curtain twitch over the road there.
You think we are being watched?
We could be being watched, yeah.
This is interesting. Well,
do you think we should... should we just go around the corner and then come back real stealth and hit around the back door?
Yeah, there's a back
door. As if we're walking away,
yeah?
as if we've just,
Okay, so we walk away like we're not doing anything.
Yeah, let's just walk away as we're talking.
We'll stealth up to the back door.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sounds like a plan. Let's do this.
Okay.
So Shania and them walk away.
You walk away casually down the street and then loop back around. Let's get some stealth checks to see how stealthily you approach.
20.
10.
20 and a 10. Okay. So you make your way to the back door and find your way to that. The back door, you try the handle. It is unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
So you can open the back door.
Can I draw the old, new, long, just so it's...
You draw the old, new, long.
Just so it's in hand, down by my side sort of thing.
Cool. Yeah. So you draw that. Shania, are you preparing in any way?
I mean, my scythe is always in hand.
All right. Yeah. So the chef has the scythe.
Chef size, yeah.
Dressed as a businessman, has his sword in hand.
Also got a pot in one hand, scythe in the other.
The sword's pretty cash, kind of just hanging just behind him, sort of thing. But he's in hand, ready to go. Yeah,
so, looking human as well.
Yeah,
human.
So, I mean, what stuff are you most eager to get back from that you've left here? What are the things that
I need to get my crossbow.
Okay.
So crossbow and Caragor's. You had your bow and you had one cutlass, right?
Yeah, I took one cutlass in with me, so there's a spare cutlass there and a long, so like a longbow. Yeah, the longbow. I mean, if you can't get the cutlass, no real worries. I'd like it, but it's not essential. I
mean, obviously this is out of character. I guess everything, all the rest of our weapons we left in.
Cool. And my clothes.
Okay, so just so we got the most important thing. Most important thing to Shania Rain is to get her crossbow back.
Yeah.
You open the door. Philippe is standing in the room.
Fuck you! God damn it, man!
Had you forgotten about your?
All right, fine. Yeah, I'd forgotten about my bodyguard.
If we just left the city and just left Philippe just sat there. There's a voice. Philippe. On calling me.
You set me up, bro. You set me up, you motherfucker.
Druid.
Fine. Walked right into it. Philippe has just emptied the kitchen out and is just sitting there with his paw in just a bag of something, just eating biscuits as he watches the door as you walk in.
Philippe, my oldest friend, I forgot about you. Thank goodness you are okay. I'm glad that you ate stuff.
Shania,
make a bluff check.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit! It's 2.
Oh no!
Philippe looks at you, looks across at the crossbow leaning against the wall, looks back and then just spits some biscuits onto the floor, picks up the crossbow and hands it to you.
He's going to be the campaign villain, isn't he?
I mean,
that's it. This is where
thank
the
you, Philippe.
So inside, you make your way into the curiosity shop and have a look around. The shop appears to have been cleared out.
Knew it.
Any items of any value are gone. There's still lots of knickknacks and various bits of crap around. There's quite a lot of stuff in the shop portion of it, which you could certainly search through. The back room, all of the pictures, everything that was on the walls, all the plans, everything has been torn down and is just gone. It's a bare room. There is a table. On the table are all of your weapons and things that you left behind. And there is a piece of paper lying on the table with a knife in it that's just pinning it to the table.
Oh, a note. Quick, MC, let's have a little look at this.
M picks it up.
Okay, M, you pick up the note. I'm going to play you a note.
Sick.
Hey there, schmucks. Sorry for not sticking around, but I don't really do goodbyes. By the time you read this, the old mouse and I will be long gone, and if you know what's good for you, then you'll do the same. As far as everyone in the city knows, we just murdered the kindest man that ever lived. It'll never be safe for you in this part of the world again, and nobody will ever know the truth of what happened up there. Nobody except us. I hope that's enough. I wish I could come with you, but we still got work to do here. There are questions that need to be answered, and there are debts that need to be paid. Maybe when it's all said and done, we can cross paths again. So thanks for everything, you bunch of pricks. I'm glad I met you. Mikey. P.S. Uncle's men are definitely watching this place by now, so if you want my advice, run.
Roll for initiative.
Oh. Just before we found that note, I was going to say to Shania, let's just go.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, Philippe.
Oh yeah,
it was worth it. Yeah.
How could any of us have forgotten?
How could we?
Yeah, guys, come on.
I can't wait for your schmoozy makeup episodes that are going to come.
Oh my goodness!
Hi, Philippe, my bestest friend. I bought you this lamb chop. Oh, Philippe.
To be honest, though, I mean, at least you can store your familiar in your pocket, so you always have it on you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you probably would have forgotten.
Well, he's always tucked. I did say to Dan a long time ago, he's always just bound around my feet unless I say he's not. Yeah, because I didn't pick a devil monkey for my familiar. I've got a little fox.
Jin's more of a beanie baby than a friend, really.
I love Jin.
All right, M, what you got?
20.
A 20. Shania, what you got?
10.
Okay.
20 and 10s.
How did the guards know about Christoph Wren's shop being a potential base before we committed the crime?
Yeah, because we were so subtle and good, weren't we? We were like fish swimming in oil.
What?
Pretty obvious. We were pretty obvious, mate.
I've never heard that phrase
I was
before.
being sarcastic.
I've never heard that phrase.
Really?
Never heard that before.
Swimming in oil.
Yeah, it's pretty
image I've got in my head now as well.
That's quite a good one.
Famously subtle.
But you can imagine
oil.
Like, yeah, fish swimming in oil.
What? I've never heard it before.
It's an old wizard expression. Yes, it is.
Made up on the spot.
How would you know it's not an old wizard expression? You're not a wizard.
You said out of character. You didn't roleplay it.
Oh my goodness.
Tweet us, Dangerlings, if you know that phrase.
Hashtag fish swimming in oil.
No, but really, they
swimming
must
oil.
have. They must have already had some kind of. Like, they must have been sussed on to Mikey or Christoph Wren already to have cased this joint out so quickly.
Well,
Fight.
you hear boots of people running outside. Several people coming towards the building.
I hate people.
It's the worst.
God.
It's probably executives and charity muggers.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us.
The 3 of you. You might be all right.
Yeah, we have Philippe.
But we'll find out in a minute because we're jumping over to the high side stacks, to the Biss district rather. So, Caragor and Velda, you arrive in Biss. This, like the stacks, doesn't get that quiet at daytime. Certainly the ground level where you first enter, where all the forges are, is very busy. And you can see a lot of the Ardok Brotherhood are moving around and shipping carts full of bits and bobs and parts. You make your way to the stairs and are able to get up to the fourth floor, where the Gear Wright Brothers shop is. There are quite a few people around, so it's going to need some stealth checks if you want to stay away from them.
Oh, it's not. It's 11.
An 11, okay. Caragor?
13.
13, okay. So you are drawing attention to yourselves as you, not like massively, but people are noticing you. You're not.
He just walking through going, pop, 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 pop. Just waving arms around. What are you doing, guys? I don't know, blending in. What do column makers do?
Some passers-by are like, fish in oil?
Yeah. I'm telling you, fish and oil.
Just shut up.
Very, very quiet.
Fish and oil doesn't make
well,
any
they don't
sense.
make any noise, do they?
I wish you wouldn't make any bloody noise.
Well, just saying.
You arrive near the clock shop, the clockwork shop, where the Gear Wright brothers are resident. What would you like to do?
Right. Well, the
Caragor adopts the in those films where someone like trying to look inconspicuous has got his shades on. He's just looking on the other side of the street with his arms crossed, with his back turned to Velda while Velda makes the message.
So the range is 130 feet.
All right, that is in range.
Yeah, we'd like to just find somewhere subtle where you'd like
is there a cafe? Is there a cafe?
Is there a cafe?
Not that it's open at this time of night. No.
Is there somewhere we can just sort of stand and put the collars of our
get some newspapers with eye holes cut out of them?
Yeah, I got some baseball caps.
Okay, so you situate yourself. You should just lean casually on one of the railings nearby.
Can it be so that can we do it in such an inconspicuous way as to trigger another stealth roll? Can we effectively hide ourselves once we do this?
You can go ahead and make another stealth check.
I realised as part of my description I said in the street, and I'd like to negate that by trying to make another stealth roll.
Okay.
Oh, it's slightly better.
Also slightly better.
That was a 12 from Velda.
Okay. 16.
12 and a 16. All right, so slightly better. You managed to kind of situate yourself round a corner, but still in range.
Very good. And I'd like to send a message to Travis, I believe, and say, Travis, it's Velda here.
Okay. So you send him a message. So we have a Slack form that we use to kind of plan stuff for the podcast, and we have an in-game section there where we discuss stuff and things we might do in the adventure, and you guys, it's really for you guys to talk amongst yourselves, isn't it? I don't get involved in it very much, and make your plans. And one of my favourite things that came up in it recently was talking about whether Travis or Ica was going to be okay. And Scott's reason for thinking they would definitely be okay was that Ica was attacked in a previous episode, and so it would be narratively unsatisfying if she were killed anytime within the next few episodes. So I'm glad you are putting Ica's life in the hands of my writing a coherent narrative.
There was that, and also we were doing a stack heist, so it would have been more dangerous to take her with us.
That is true. Yeah,
it was that.
As it turns out, definitely would have been more dangerous.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Velda, what's going on? Travis replies.
Right, we haven't got much time, Travis, but are you and Ica safe?
Yeah.
We're in my truck.
Yeah, we're all right.
Right.
Venlock's here.
Is he Venlock the Scourge
from the carnival?
Yes, I know Venlock the Scourge from the. What's he doing there?
He arrived last night. He's here to protect us and bring us home. It's after we didn't come back. Almara sent him to find us.
Are you sure it's Venlock the Scourge?
I mean, I've known Venlock for years. He looks like that famous actor Idris Elba.
Oh, he's very good, that chap. He can play anyone, you know. Very well.
Did he say Idris Elba? I'm sure he meant Idris Elvish. I'm sure.
How did you even hear that?
You've been muttering in your breath about the fish oil thing.
Right. Well, in that case, good. You won't be seeing us again for some time. I'm sorry about that, but you need to get out of the city. Hopefully no one should suspect you know us, but if anyone does ask you if you know us, the answer is no.
Has something happened?
Yes, well, we have to leave the city right now. You might hear a lot of things. Many of them aren't true, but we've got to go, and we don't want to endanger you by hanging around.
Wait, Velda.
Yes? I knew you'd jump in. I mean, that's why I said I'd just say what you want.
But man, yeah, you can hear Velda's side of those conversations because you're close enough to hear him whispering.
Can you ask Ica if she really wants a dress? I've still got it.
Oh.
Wait, I'll just leave it here for her so she can pick it up.
Right. Caragor's leaving your dress somewhere randomly on the street. We're down an alley. It's a bit sort of grotty.
I'll pick it up for Ica.
Oh, thank you, Travis. Just picking it up.
Wouldn't have been able to live myself if I didn't hand that bloody dress over after all that. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
I feel a bit bad that I'm tempted to go post it through the letterbox, actually.
No, I think we need to stay away.
The scourge. Come all the way here to escort them back. Can I make
a... unlock the scourge. They're going to leave the city when it's safe, and they're going to deny the knowledge. Anything else we need to tell them?
I was going to say, can I roll a sense motive based on what I know of them, like the scourge?
Apparently,
and...
No, cool, Karen.
Can I make a sense motive based on what I know of Ben like the Scourge and why he would have come all the way out here to get Travis and Ica back?
Sure.
If there's something there that we've missed or we might have picked up.
Yeah, go ahead and make a sense motive check.
9.
You got nothing. You don't know.
Never mind. They're probably definitely safe. All right, let's go, Velda.
Yes. Right, Travis. Give our love to Ica. Godspeed. Whatever gods you believe in, and yes, we'll hopefully see you at some time.
Tell Ica to wear the dress with some, I think, some simple earrings. That'd be quite good if she pulls her hair back. It will be quite nice for our look, sort of like quite a cool but relaxed kind of look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll try and catch up with you soon. Come on, we've got to go.
And make sure. Tell Travis to eat more. He needs a sandwich or two. That lad.
Okay.
All right.
Felder pretends to talk on his breath, but he's not listening at all.
The entire time on the way back. Oh, and also tell him not to go out after 9 o'clock.
Yep. Yep.
She's not going to like this, but I understand.
It's for your protection, and we all of us hate if anything happened to you. So stay safe.
Well, goodbye, Velda. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
All right, and you leave the dress sort of near the shop, and then
I managed to remember his name.
You did?
I'm quite impressed with that.
Character progression.
The first time in the entire podcast I've remembered his fucking name.
And you disappear off back along the balconies. Meanwhile, in the slums of the Highside Stacks, Fulton Battlestone, you arrive in the back streets round the back of the Dirty Toad, where there are a number of the homeless gathered around. Some of them are quite badly injured. It looks like they've been in a fight recently, but they're all sort of sitting around and sleeping or doing what they do.
Hello there.
A few of them look up at you. As if they look at you as if they're trying to remember who you are, as if they know you from somewhere.
I'm the guy that gave you loads of money.
Oh, you're the rich man.
Yeah.
What was your name?
Billy.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Well, listen. My friends, I've been taken advantage of. The people in the star. Uncle Gooden has taken advantage of me, and now I'm one of you. I've lost all my money. All I have left is a little bit of dignity that I do have left, and I need you and us all to fight against these people. Don't you just hate them? Don't you just, want to fight back? It's all well and good just sitting there and crying and sleeping and begging for money when you can take it back. You can bring yourself money by taking the power back to you people. You don't deserve to be on the floor of society.
You deserve to be up there in the stacks with all those hoity-toity, richy-bitchy people. You deserve to have the canapes.
Canapes. Is that it? Is that the final? Is that your closer? You deserve canapes.
Do you hear the people singing the songs of canapes?
Diplomacy check. It's probably a perform check, actually, but I have a feeling for you it'll be exactly the same.
I think a lot of people do want canapes at the bottom of the demographics. It's little tiny finger food.
Well, once you mentioned the canapes, I was willing to go to war.
They're like bird cheese.
Yes.
That is 8.
8. Very good.
Convincing.
Yeah.
Well, I do remember you. You're very keen to draw attention to the flaws of being homeless whenever you make your speeches. It's very derogatory. Hey, you hear from behind. Look around, and there are there are 2 guards standing at the end of the alleyway. Was it? I told you that was him. He's one of the ones from the party. There. You stay right there, dwarf. They place their hands on their sword hilts, and a moment later, 4 beggars appear from the darkness behind them with knives and just fall on the 2 guards and pull them to the ground and start stabbing them. They look up at you. They look up at you with their knives slick with blood. As they do, another figure walks out of the darkness behind them. It is an old woman. She is wearing a long cloak made of rats that have been sewn together, and she's wearing a crown on top of her head made of battered bits of jagged metal. She says, "Oh, we remember you, Fulton Battlestone. Throwing your money around, starting a war. The trouble is, there's a new rich woman in Kaer Maga now." That's where we leave it for tonight.
Oh, comeuppance.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Rat Queen.
Indeed, here.
This storyline.
That's why I had to, like, last episode, I was listening back to it. I was like, nah, we can use it. We can fucking use this revolution. We can do it.
And welcome to the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. I'm Sean.
And I'm Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah.
Did you know you could find us on the Danger Entertainment Network?
Danger?
Danger Entertainment. That's right.
Sounds dangerous.
It is. It's a tad bit dangerous. You'd be shocked to find that out. You know, there's a bunch of great podcasts you can find there. Our friends from the History of Bad Ideas podcast, Who the What Now, Besotted Geek. No, they retired. That's right.
They retired.
But there are a bunch of other great podcasts you can find there, along with us. You know, we're the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast, and we do pop culture and chili cheese dogs and whatever else floats our fancy.
Yeah.
Check us out.
For sure.
We're on most podcatchers, so give us a look.
Peace.